Quick question. When you look up at the night sky on a perfectly clear evening, how many planets can you actually see with just your naked eyes? If you've got sharp vision and ideal conditions, you could technically spot Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and even Uranus if you know exactly where to look. But there's one planet you'll never ever see without a telescope: Neptune. And honestly, that's fitting, because Neptune isn't just invisible to the naked eye. It's the most mysterious, the most violent, and the most misunderstood planet in our entire solar system. This blue ice giant lurks at the edge of our cosmic neighborhood, hiding secrets that have baffled scientists for decades. Colossal storms that appear and vanish without warning, winds screaming at nearly supersonic speeds, mysterious moons with violent pasts, and now, the James Webb Space Telescope has just revealed something about Neptune that has left scientists absolutely stunned. What Webb discovered challenges everything we thought we knew. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand why Neptune might be the strangest world we've ever studied. So buckle up. This is going to get wild. But before we dive in, a quick heads up. Only 13% of our subscribers actually get notifications when we drop new videos. 13%. So if you want to catch every mind-blowing mystery we're uncovering, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. All right, let's talk about how we even found Neptune in the first place. Because unlike every other planet in our solar system, Neptune wasn't discovered by some astronomer randomly scanning the heavens with a telescope. Oh no. Neptune's discovery is way cooler than that. It's the only planet in history that was found using pure mathematics. Let me paint the picture. It's 1846. A French mathematician named Urbain Le Verrier is studying the orbits of the 7 known planets. Everything seems fine until he gets to Uranus. Its orbit is off, like really off. It's not moving the way Newton's laws of gravity say it should. Something is tugging on Uranus, pulling it slightly off course. So Le Verrier does what any genius would do. He crunches the numbers, he runs complex calculations, and then he makes a bold prediction. There must be an 8th planet out there, beyond Uranus, whose gravity is causing these disturbances. And not only that, he pinpoints exactly where this mystery planet should be in the night sky. Now here's where it gets incredible. Le Verrier sends his calculations to his friend, Johann Galle, an astronomer in Berlin. Galle points his telescope at the exact coordinates Le Verrier provided. And within 1 hour, one single hour, he finds Neptune, right where the math said it would be. No trial and error, no scanning the skies for months, just pure mathematical prediction proving the existence of an entire planet. Drop a comment right now and tell me, do you think that's the most impressive discovery in astronomy? Because honestly, it's hard to beat finding a planet with just pen, paper, and equations. So now that we've found Neptune, let's talk about what makes this world so bizarrely extreme. Neptune orbits at the absolute edge of the solar system, about 4.5 billion kilometers from the sun. That's 30 times farther than Earth. From Neptune's perspective, the sun looks tiny, just a bright star in the sky, delivering 1,000th of the sunlight we get here on Earth. Because of this massive orbit, 1 year on Neptune takes 165 Earth years. Think about that. Since we discovered Neptune in 1846, we've only observed one complete orbit around the sun. One Neptunian year. And here's the kicker. Getting to Neptune is insanely difficult. With current technology, a spacecraft would take 13 years just to reach it. In fact, only one mission has ever visited Neptune. Just one. Voyager 2. And that was only possible because of a rare planetary alignment that happens once every 175 years. In 1989, Voyager 2 finally arrived at Neptune after a 3-year journey from Uranus, traveling at 54,000 kilometers per hour. And when it got there, it revealed a world more violent and chaotic than anyone had imagined. The images Voyager sent back were breathtaking. A deep blue planet with swirling clouds and massive storms. But it wasn't just beautiful, it was terrifying. Because Neptune's atmosphere is home to the fastest, most ferocious winds in the entire solar system. We're talking winds that reach 2,160 kilometers per hour, nearly supersonic. And here's what's really weird. Most of these winds blow in the opposite direction of the planet's rotation. How does that even happen? Scientists still aren't entirely sure. But the winds aren't even the craziest part. When Voyager 2 flew by, it spotted something called the Great Dark Spot, a storm the size of Earth, raging through Neptune's atmosphere, with winds clocking in at 2,400 kilometers per hour, the strongest winds ever recorded anywhere in our solar system. NASA analyst Ken Bollinger said at the time, and I quote, "Every day you see something completely new, never seen before. It's an incredible feeling. Constant changes occur on Neptune, and they happen very, very quickly." And that's the thing about Neptune. It's not calm, it's not stable. It's in a constant state of chaos. Storms appear out of nowhere, rage for years, and then just vanish, completely disappear without a trace. When the Hubble Space Telescope checked on Neptune in 1999, scientists were curious. Would the Great Dark Spot still be there, like Jupiter's famous Great Red Spot that's lasted for centuries? Nope, gone, completely vanished. And since then, other massive storms have appeared and disappeared. The latest one showed up in 2015, stuck around for a few years, and now it's fading away too. So what's going on? Why did these storms just vanish? The current theory is that Neptune, like Jupiter, has atmospheric bands that travel at different speeds. Where these bands meet, they create vortices, massive swirling storms. But when a storm drifts away from its energy source, it slowly dies out. And that's exactly what we've been watching happen. Now, before we go further, if you're loving these cosmic mysteries and want more mind-bending content like this, do me a favor and hit that like button. It helps us reach more curious minds like you. And stick around, because what I'm about to tell you next gets even weirder. All right, so here's a question. If Uranus and Neptune are so similar in size and composition, why doesn't Uranus have the same violent weather? Uranus has winds too, sure, but they only reach about 900 kilometers per hour. Fast, but nowhere near Neptune's insane speeds. The answer lies deep beneath Neptune's surface. Neptune radiates heat from within, actual internal heat, bubbling up from its core. Uranus? Basically none. Scientists think a massive object, possibly as large as Earth, crashed into Uranus billions of years ago and knocked all the primordial heat right out of it. This internal heat is what drives Neptune's extreme weather. It's like a cosmic engine, constantly churning the atmosphere, creating those monstrous storms and supersonic winds. And deep inside Neptune, things get even stranger. The pressure near Neptune's core is about 7 million times the atmospheric pressure we experience on Earth's surface. 7 million times. At those pressures, methane in the mantle gets crushed so hard that it breaks apart. And you know what forms? Diamonds. That's right. Scientists believe there could be a liquid carbon ocean deep inside Neptune, with solid diamond icebergs floating around and diamonds literally raining through the atmosphere like hail. Now, we haven't confirmed this yet because we can't recreate those pressures easily, but the theory is solid. Neptune might be raining diamonds right now as we speak. Comment below. Would you risk a 13-year journey to Neptune just to see diamond rain? Because honestly, that sounds worth it. But Neptune's weirdness doesn't stop there. Its magnetic field is tilted 47 degrees from its rotation axis. When Voyager discovered the same thing about Uranus, scientists thought it was because of Uranus's bizarre axial tilt. But then they found Neptune has the same offset, and Neptune's tilt is normal. So what's the deal? The current theory is that Neptune's magnetic field isn't generated in the core like Earth's. Instead, it's created by an electrically conductive liquid mantle. Or maybe the mantle deflects the magnetic field, twisting it into this strange configuration. Either way, only Uranus and Neptune have magnetospheres this tilted. And because of this weird magnetic field, Neptune has auroras, but not like the northern lights you see on Earth. Neptune's auroras are extremely faint and scattered across mid-latitudes instead of clustering around the poles. They're so dim, you'd need scientific instruments just to detect them. But here's where things get really interesting. In March 2025, the James Webb Space Telescope captured something incredible, shimmering images of Neptune's auroras glowing across the planet. And at the same time, Webb noticed something shocking. Neptune's upper atmosphere had experienced a massive temperature drop. We're talking hundreds of degrees colder compared to Voyager's readings back in 1989. Almost half the temperature. What does this mean? Honestly, scientists don't know yet. But a temperature drop this dramatic could explain why Neptune's auroras are so elusive and hard to detect. And it raises a huge question. What's causing these extreme temperature swings? What processes are happening inside Neptune that we still don't understand? This discovery has left astronomers baffled, and it's proof that even after decades of studying Neptune, we're still just scratching the surface. Now let's zoom out a bit and talk about Neptune's rings. Yes, Neptune has rings. 5 of them actually. But unlike Saturn's spectacular icy rings, Neptune's are dark, dusty, and incredibly faint. So faint that scientists weren't even sure they existed until Voyager 2 confirmed it in 1986. The outermost ring, called the Adams Ring, is particularly strange. It's only 35 kilometers wide, but it has these bright arcs within it. Clumps of material clustering together for reasons we still don't fully understand. Most planetary rings are uniform, evenly distributed. But Neptune's Adams Ring? It's clumpy, uneven, mysterious. And finally, we need to talk about Triton, Neptune's largest moon, and honestly, one of the most fascinating objects in the entire solar system. Triton is weird, really weird. For starters, it orbits Neptune backwards, clockwise, while Neptune spins counterclockwise, and its orbit is tilted at a 130-degree angle. No other large moon in the solar system does this, which means Triton didn't form alongside Neptune. It was captured. Scientists believe Triton is actually a dwarf planet from the Kuiper Belt that Neptune grabbed billions of years ago. And here's the crazy part. Triton is larger than Pluto. That means Triton, not Pluto, might actually be the largest object that formed in the Kuiper Belt. When New Horizons flew past Pluto in 2015, it found that Triton and Pluto share nearly identical compositions. They're cosmic twins born in the same region of space. But one stayed free while the other became Neptune's prisoner. And Triton's surface? Absolutely stunning. Frozen nitrogen plains, reddish patches of organic compounds called tholins, and barely any craters, which means its surface is young and constantly being renewed. How? Cryovolcanism. Ice volcanoes erupting liquid water onto the surface, which then freezes. Beneath Triton's icy crust is thought to be a subsurface ocean of liquid water, heated by radioactive decay from its rocky core. And where there's liquid water and organic compounds, there's the possibility of life. Voyager 2 even spotted geysers on Triton, shooting plumes 8 kilometers high into its thin atmosphere. This moon is alive with geological activity, despite being one of the coldest places in the solar system. So here's what we know. Neptune is a world of extremes: supersonic winds, vanishing storms, a tilted magnetic field, possible diamond rain, mysterious temperature drops, and a captured moon that might harbor life beneath its icy surface. But the truth is, we still know so little. Neptune remains the most unknown planet in our solar system, and every new discovery, like Webb's recent findings, just raises more questions. What's causing Neptune's temperature swings? Why do its storms appear and vanish? What secrets does Triton hide beneath its surface? If this video blew your mind, smash that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to the Curiosity Beast so you never miss another cosmic mystery. Because trust me, the universe has plenty more secrets to reveal. Thanks for watching Curiosity Beast. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop feeding that curiosity.